Today, I'm gonna be living out my Korean girl fantasy and I'm only gonna be eating instant noodles for the next 24 hours. Let's go. Hi guys, it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another what I ate in a day video. As you can see by the title, today's video is not just a what I ate in a day, but we're going to be eating one specific thing for the entire day for every meal, and that is going to be my guilty pleasure, instant noodles. You guys, if there's one thing, if there's one junk food I cannot get rid of in my life, it is going to be instant ramen or instant noodles. Call me Korean because I am. I am Korean and I love instant noodles. It is a problem, but also it's delicious. So it's a delicious problem. So today, every meal I'm gonna eat is going to be instant noodles. I might add a few little fixins in there. I'm gonna make each meal relatively interesting, so you do wanna stick around. I'm not just gonna eat just the noodles. I'm gonna add things into it as I always do. So I'm so excited. I'm gonna eat different kinds of instant noodles. It's all gonna be vegan as always. I am so excited, okay? So we're gonna get started. I barely woke up. My voice is still like morning voice, but I'm ready to get some instant noodles in my body. But before we jump into the video, just letting you guys know that I'm hosting 3 different trips this year. I'm going to Turkey, Greece, and Bali. If you guys want to come with me on any of those trips, check out the links below. Greece may be sold out at this point, but do check it out just in case there's a spot available. Currently, there's only one spot available, so we'll see, but there are still spots for Turkey and Bali, and we're doing a vegan food tour in all of these places. We're gonna be traveling with each other. We're gonna learn about the local culture. We're gonna do a lot of fun things. We're gonna eat so much delicious vegan food and do so many fun things together. We're gonna go on an adventure. So if you guys wanna go on an adventure with me, definitely check out the links below in order to book your spot now. All right, let's eat some noodles. All right, you guys, first meal of the day. Instant noodles. We're actually gonna be making like a kimchi instant noodle sort of situation. I usually always jazz up my instant noodles because if I just have just the package as it is, I'm gonna be hungry in like 5 minutes. No joke. We're working with this one right here for breakfast. This is the Nongshim Soon Veggie Noodles, okay? This is vegan. There should be a certification by the Vegan Society. So this is my go-to, one of my go-tos anyways. We're actually gonna cook this up. Now first, I'm going to add some roasted sesame oil onto a pan, okay? Now I'm making kind of like kimchi stew style instant noodles over here. And I'm actually gonna be filming a mukbang as well, because I'm like, I'm gonna be eating instant noodles. I might as well make the most out of it and film a mukbang. So into this, I'm just gonna very lightly heat up the toasted sesame oil. And then I'm also gonna add some onions, garlic, and green onions that I chopped up already. Smelling so good. Now, if you don't have toasted sesame oil, you can just use regular oil, but I do recommend if you like Korean food, get yourself some toasted sesame oil, okay? So we got that there. And then we're gonna add some gochugaru, which is Korean red pepper powder. And this is gonna add an extra flavor, deliciousness. And we're also gonna add some very, very over fermented kimchi. So I've got some over fermented kimchi here. Now it doesn't have to be over fermented, but the more fermented, the better. I have all of this that's been sitting in my fridge for a while. And kimchi, like, it can go bad, but it is very, like, it takes a very long time. Like, this is months in the making because it is fermented. It just kind of, I don't know, like, it doesn't really go bad. Like, it goes bad, but it doesn't go bad. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we're gonna just cook up this kimchi. I'm gonna add some of that kimchi juice in there. I might wanna add some more kimchi later. We'll see. But we're making kind of like a kimchi stew style instant noodle. We're just gonna stir fry this for a couple of minutes. Now, if I was making actual just kimchi stew without instant noodles, I would use maybe like a vegetable broth or some sort of like a kelp broth, something like this. But because we're just using instant noodles and there's gonna be the seasoning packet, I'm not gonna bother with that, okay? But you can bother with that if that's what you wanna do. So we're just stir frying this a little bit, and then I'm just going to add my water. Ooh. Don't add it all. Let's just add it all. Okay, we're just going for it. And I'm gonna add a bit of sugar because it kind of like, I don't know, neutralizes the sour taste. I don't know if that's the right term, but we're gonna add that. I think we're gonna go in with a little bit more gochugaru. And then we're just gonna bring this to a nice boil. When it comes to a boil, we can add in the instant noodles. So in the noodles, obviously we've got the seasoning packet, which has all that flavor. And then we have the vegetable mix, which has like dried vegetable flakes. So we're gonna add those when we add the noodles. And for protein, I'm also gonna add some soft tofu. All right, you guys, so now this is boiling. So we're gonna add in our ramen. Woo! We're gonna add in some of the seasoning packet. I'm not gonna add the whole thing for now because there's already some saltiness in the kimchi. You don't wanna overdo the salt, okay? So I'm just gonna add about half for now and then we'll see if we need it later, okay? And then I'm gonna add that vegetable mix and then the soft tofu, okay? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Gonna make sure it's nicely coated. It's smelling so good already. All right, now we're just gonna cook this for like 4 to 5 minutes, just until the noodles are cooked. All right, you guys, look at this. Look at this, okay? Woo! Doesn't that look so good? So we're gonna be eating this. I'm actually gonna film a mukbang, so if you wanna watch that mukbang, I'll link it below. If it's available, it must be. But first, let's give this a taste. See if I need to add anything. Ooh, wow, that's so good. Hold on. I'm gonna add a little bit more kimchi, actually. Do I need to add any more seasoning? First of all, I'm just gonna shut this down. Maybe a little bit more seasoning. Okay, today we are not worrying about sodium intake. That is not a worry today. So, add some more seasoning, and I think we're ready to eat. Oh my God. Ooh, that's perfection. It's so good, you guys. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more sesame oil. My friends, this is delicious. We're gonna eat this in a mukbang. I'm gonna film a mukbang, so if you guys wanna watch me eat, you can tune into that mukbang. And until then, I'll see you in the next meal. Actually, you'll probably get like a little montage of me eating this, so there you go. All right, guys, it is time for lunch. I'm hungry. It's been like 3 hours. Already hungry, okay? This time, we're gonna eat 2 packs of instant noodles. Yes, I'm doing 2 different kinds. We're gonna do black bean noodles. This one is 짭짜로니, which is the product name, and it is a type of black bean noodle. Okay, if you are familiar with Korean noodles, you've probably heard of black bean noodles. This is one of the instant versions. This one is vegan friendly where I live, my friends. Guys, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Instant noodles, especially the Korean ones, I don't know about other countries, but instant noodles, depending on where it is manufactured, even if it's the same product, it could not be vegan or it could be vegan and you just don't know. So you have to check the ingredients list. When I was in Korea, I could barely find any instant noodles that were vegan friendly, even the same brand. So because when they export it or when they manufacture it in a different location, I don't know, sometimes they make it vegan friendly in different locations. It's actually easier to find vegan friendly instant noodles, you know, in Canada than in Korea. Okay, anyways, so that's a little PSA in case you're like, that's not vegan. It is vegan where I am, okay? So this is 짭짜로니, Korean black bean noodles, and we have the famous 불닭. So 불닭 is spicy chicken ramen. Once again, this is not vegan in Korea, but it is vegan where I live in Canada. And again, I would check the ingredients list. If only they just made it vegan everywhere, I don't understand. So this is the famous spicy chicken flavored noodles that you may have heard of from the spicy noodle challenge. This is it, okay? So yeah, this is very spicy, but I really like the flavor. So we're gonna cook these up separately. Woo! I got water boiling, so let's go cook these up. There's the 불닭 noodles. 짭짜로니. In order to enjoy the black bean noodles properly, you need some pickled radish. This in Korean is called 단무지, and you just have to have this with black bean noodles and also the fire noodles. So I'm just gonna cut it up. You can find this in like Korean supermarkets. They usually come like as like a log because it's like a pickled radish, like literally as a whole. And you cut it up like this. Sometimes it's really yellow. I try to buy the non-yellow ones because I heard the yellow color is like not good for you or something. But anyways, I'm gonna put the pickled radish pieces in here. Go! Yeah, you definitely need this to go with the noodles. So we're gonna cook up some Just Egg to be our vegan egg today. This was $10. Guys, if you want my Just Egg copycat recipe, check that out. You can save money, but I didn't have time to make it, so I bought some Just Egg. And I'm just gonna eat this with the noodles. So oftentimes the black bean noodles are eaten with egg, which is why I was like, you know what, it might be nice to cook up some Just Egg. I often also do like smoked tofu and stuff like that as well, so that's an option. Oof. Woo! There There we go. I don't know if I should scramble this. Yeah, I guess I should. I'll just scramble it. That'll be easier. You can also make my like vegan fried egg recipe as well, which I'll link below too. It's so easy. That one is easy. Okay, that one's just like tofu and a few other things. Okay, wait. Should I have left it a bit longer? See, just egg is a very interesting consistency. I normally buy the patties, but I don't know. We'll see about this one. All right, this is the fire noodles. I undercooked it just a little bit because I don't want it to get too soggy. Let's get started with fire noodles. So I'm gonna add the fire noodle sauce, and I will dare to add the entire thing. I am scared. Honestly, even just half the sauce is like spicy enough, but we're gonna do the whole thing today. Hopefully I don't die. I did buy some non-dairy milk at the store, just in case I need to, you know, drink some, which I probably will. Listen, like I'm Korean and all, but this is so spicy. I don't know how people can eat so much of this thing or eat like the 2 times spicy. This is the original. Here we go. Ooh. That. I'm gonna put some green onions on top of this. Then comes with like seaweed flakes. Add some of that on here. Ooh, here we go. There's the fire noodles. Next I've got the black bean noodles. Oh, I forgot to add the flakes when it was cooking. Oh well, too bad, so sad for me. Can't add them now because it's gonna be all dry. This one is not spicy. If you've never tried black bean noodles, you must try. I have a recipe for Korean black bean noodles, not the instant version. I have one in my Everyday Asian Recipes ebook, so check that out. It's so good. So there's like this instant version and there's like the non-instant version they could get at the restaurant. And this is the instant version. It tastes a bit different for sure, but they're both good in their own way. So again, onto a plate. Oof, I'm so excited. So far, not sick of instant noodles just yet. Add some green onion, and I'm gonna add that just egg on the side. Because I wanted to eat it with the black bean noodles. And you know what I'm gonna do with the just egg, actually? This is a little hack if you want anything to taste eggy, but even the just egg to taste slightly eggier. I add a little bit of kala namak, which is black salt, which has like an eggy taste, and this really brings out even more of that eggy flavor in the just egg. There you go. And now let's dig in. All right, you guys, here it is. I had to take off my little thing because it was too hot in here. Okay, filming is it's very hot. Okay. Anyways, here's the feast. Here it is. Very exciting. Super stoked. I'm gonna eat before it gets soggy, but once again, I'm going to be filming a mukbang, so go watch that when it is up. It should be up pretty shortly. I'm super, super stoked. Let's dig in. So I went for a workout class. I wasn't sure if I could make it because all I've eaten are instant noodles today, but I did make it. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so we are all good. Now for my dinner, even though I'm not that hungry yet, I actually have to go to my pottery class. So I'm gonna eat dinner now because otherwise I will be gone for a while. So we're gonna make dinner. And let's face it, even though I'm not that hungry, I can still eat, okay? So we're gonna make my vegan chili oil ramen. I have this recipe on my blog already. It's very simple and easy. It is very delicious, and you can basically make it using any sort of like instant ramen packaging. So in order to make the chili oil ramen, we're gonna have to heat up some oil. So onto like a pan or something, I'm just gonna add some oil. I'm just using, what is this? Canola oil, any sort of neutral oil should do. This is super simple. I'm gonna make it slightly differently, but the base is the same. So I'm just gonna heat this up. Now you don't wanna heat it up too much. Basically you wanna heat it up until you can stick a chopstick in and then it starts to sizzle. So we're just gonna let that heat up, and in the meantime, what we're gonna do is prepare what's going to go in to the chili oil situation. So in this bowl, we've got minced garlic, black pepper, and sesame seeds. Now we're also going to add some rice vinegar, and we're gonna take your instant ramen. I'm using this one again, but again, you can use kind of any sort of instant ramen that has the dry seasoning packet. You can use that. Add the vegetable mix into this, and then some of the seasoning packet. I'm not gonna add the entire thing because I'm gonna actually use the remaining seasoning packet from breakfast. Yes, so I'm just gonna add that in. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more later from this other one, but for now, let's just keep it like this. And because we're gonna actually eat this dry, it's not gonna have soup, so you don't need as much of the seasoning packet. So I'm just waiting for the oil to heat up. And in the meantime, I also have the water boiling for the noodles. Let's check up on the oil. I'm just gonna, yeah, it's not heated up quite yet. I'm gonna heat it up a little bit longer. And the water is boiling though, so we can throw in the noodles. Okay, I'm gonna check up on it again. And I think, let's see here, guys. I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see the kind of bubbling, okay? I feel like I could leave it on a bit longer, but I'm also impatient. I have no time, so we're just gonna deal with it. All right, now once that oil is heated, you just wanna add it to the goods, and it should, ooh, sizzle like so. You just wanna mix it. Just be careful when you're working with hot oil, okay? It's a bit of a dangerous situation, okay? So I'm just gonna give it a good mix. Very exciting. Now, what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna use there isn't much remaining oil, but I am gonna use the remaining oil to cook up broccoli because I feel like I've not eaten enough vegetables today. I've barely eaten any. And for the protein, because I always like to add protein to all my meals, I'm gonna add smoked tofu. So this is just shredded smoked tofu. I'm just gonna lightly cook it. I honestly don't even need to cook it, but I'm just gonna lightly cook it on the pan, okay? All right, guys, the noodles are done. Let's just drain the noodles. Ooh. And then we're just gonna dump it straight into that chili oil. And then we're just gonna mix it. I think I do need to add a little bit more of the seasoning packet, but let's see. Make sure it's really nicely mixed. All right, guys. So now let's put it in a nice bowl here. So in the blog post, I actually make a vegan egg to put on top of it. But I just wanted to try something a little bit different. And then we got the shredded tofu on the side, some broccoli, because I gotta eat some veggies, guys. Getting out of control. Here's the thing with instant noodles or anything else you may deem as unhealthy. Here's the thing, you can still eat those things and make the meals slightly more healthy by adding in veggies or adding in protein. It's not gonna be a perfect meal, but it'll be a lot more satiating, satisfying, more balanced. So I recommend doing something like this, which is basically just adding in protein, adding in veggies, stuff like that to your instant noodles to make it more satisfying. All right, friends, moment of truth. Let's eat the chili oil ramen, the final meal of the day of the 24-hour ramen challenge. Let's see how this is. Oh my God. That is so good. Goes really well with the smoked tofu, actually. I thought I would be sick of ramen by now, but this is a different experience. Super flavorful, nice and greasy, obviously. It has that kind of almost pasta-like consistency because the noodles are nice and starchy. I don't know how to describe it. If you need an idea to jazz up your ramen, this is it. So that was my eating only instant ramen for 24 hours challenge. Barely a challenge, it was just fun for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below your thoughts, your comments, okay? If you want me to do any other challenge similar to this, if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, make sure you check out that chili oil ramen recipe because holy moly, I forgot how good that was. So I'll leave that link below as well. And guys, if you want to come with me on any of my upcoming trips this year, I'm going to Turkey, Greece, and Bali. Those links will be below if there are spots available. I highly suggest coming along if you love to travel, if you love to eat vegan food, if you want to meet me and other like-minded people and explore the world together. Definitely check out one or more of my trips. Those links will be below and hopefully I'll see you somewhere in the world. And if not, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!